through the mud. The wheels of our Model T sputtered gravel and mud in her face as we drove off.
Hmm. So yeah. So
John thought it was hysterical.
So last week, the first time we started recording, we had a whole thing. We started going through. We had our one character, our main one. We had Missy, and now we have Susan.
Yeah.
And you found out that it's Susan McGregor.
Susan what?
Susan McGregor.
McGrady?
Gregor.
McGregor? Okay.
Susan McGregor, and because of your 5 times you rolled a critical success, and the only critical successes you rolled was for luck. Right? Which, that means you were a viable person, you were able to, you rolled so well that I actually had to, like, start giving you more information, but I'm still not trying to hint for anything. You had just come back from Teddy being something, abducted, taken over, sick, something. And now, hold on, stop. So, Teddy had just been disappeared with a light source and whatnot.
Yeah.
You found out that the girl knew something, but you couldn't get anything away from her. You were trying to. You didn't really talk to Joe. You didn't talk to the person who was screaming the light. You didn't really talk to any of the kids on the far side. I don't even think you acknowledged them.
Nope.
No. You, with your psychology rolls, you realized that, as I said, the one girl knew something. She hinted that she knew something, that she was the rich girl on the hill, that something was up. She was getting nervous that her ride wasn't there. She was trying to leave before anyone got there. She told you guys if you needed to call the cops. You never called the cops. Or at least for rescue or help. Susan is not looking well. She is completely soaked. She has cuts on her feet. She had a bash in her head, like she had maybe fallen down a hill and hurt herself. She could not remember anything. And through medical appropriation and everything else, you had help.
Yeah.
You found out where she kind of realized where she was, and instead of saying, "Hey, I came back to the table," I'm going to, just between the guys, quietly tell them what happened.
Yeah.
You said, "Oh, I'm going to tell them."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will never forget that.
Yes. But once again, I'm going to take it as the world.
I must be very,
that you are
very specific.
that you're just going to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking openly. How else am I supposed to take that?
I understand.
So I'm just reminding. This isn't the first time. This is not going to be the last time. I know.
I understand.
That if you talk openly, you're going to talk openly. The woman's the husband had disappeared. The wife was listening in, trying to figure out what happened to Teddy because he came back and he did not come back.
Right.
You just told her, hey, he had bowel movements, he wasn't there and whatnot.
Right.
And you didn't want to roll fast talk or anything to actually pass the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on edge. The man's having problems outside, you left him outside.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did roll, but I didn't succeed.
But instead of trying to convince her or talk to her or anything, well, you convinced her the first time.
Yeah.
That he is still outside. He's still okay.
She insisted that we take
that
her.
That he was not the thing that you said. All of a sudden, there was a crunch, there was bones, there was screaming, and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You convinced her that that wasn't her husband. That was part of the war that he was talking about a story. And okay, right. So Teddy talks about the war, yes, but he's still outside. Leaving the restaurant, you never rolled to see.
Mm-hmm.
You never checked. You didn't do any conversation check. You didn't want to say anything. Mm-mm. So that old lady was still on you, like someone we know.
Yep.
Who harps and asks and nudges you and follows you and asks you and whatnot. And when you guys walked outside to the Hurricane Gale winds, he fell over.
Yep.
hurting one ankle. You picked her back up, and she kept trying to hobble away over to Teddy, and she critically failed again and broke the other ankle. Started arming crawling away, and John's critical fail, which he pushed, going into a positive. It would have been he went to go put it in reverse and drive over the lady. It ended up being he realized he was going
I
forward,
remember
turned
the
it
words
hard.
of the GM were, quote, please fail this roll.
Yeah. Sometimes the story is just so much better when the dice tell the story. Tell me I'm wrong. If the dice want to tell a story, the dice tell the story. It's a fun little story. So Leslie left her. Bill felt bad a little bit because they left a little old lady there, but she's a nudge and he couldn't care. And as a criminal, it's like, yeah, no, she's going to find something out and we don't want it. And Julius and Leslie didn't care, and you passed your sanity checks, and that was the only thing that really mattered. Beyond that, it is what it is. You guys got to the cabin, or not to the cabin, to the mansion. And the mansion, you saw that the front door was open. The one car was squished and crushed, but nothing was on fire. It did not look like it was an explosion. You guys walked inside. Our library person saw books and got distracted while everyone's like, okay, come on. He was able to find a book that was wrong, and with help from other people, he found out that it was a lever that turned and then became like a filing cabinet draw pull. I was trying to something different.
Yeah.
Something that would make sense. Just turn and now you have a handle. If you're gonna hide something, make it harder that it's not just hey, pull out this book and the secret lab opens.
Right.
Make it obvious so if someone's trying to find it.
Okay.
It was obvious. That he was able to find a book that is chained and wrapped.
Evil book.
I say evil book because it's
We don't know
easiest.
if it's a book, it's wrapped in leather.
It's
Looks
the
like it's
easiest
book-shaped.
way to explain what it looks like. If you think about the Necronomicon in the basement of Evil Dead, where it is wrapped in something else, it is wrapped in chains, it is locked together, it is put in a spot that people cannot just easily find, and it has book shape.
No, it's book. Something
It is also with other books in a bookshelf, so maybe it's a book. But to describe it, it's easy. It could be something else. I could be throwing you off. It could just be a liquor bottle. It could be
little
a
box
suit of
or
arms.
something.
It could be a storage book, that it's a book, so someone stored something inside the book. Wink, wink, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have no idea. You haven't opened it up. But you grab the family album and the family ties journal of the person writing down notes. You didn't take the family tree, but you took the one book. And then you kept crawling down. You saw that the other things were there. And because of how well you guys have been rolling for Susan to remember stuff, she knows exactly where Grandfather was.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you guys having to explore and go, it is what it is. You guys rolled well. So I gave you, and he's exactly there. The roof is cracked. There's a big hole in the ceiling. There's a hole that goes all the way up to the observatory because there's this is think of a grand room in a mansion. You have the big one room that there's like items on pedestals. There's the big fireplace. There's the big table. There's just expensive knickknacks all over the place. There's the big rug. There's like an area off to the right for tea. There's maybe more bookshelves that are up along the wall that I have not drawn out. But the walls have some books. There's a second story. The second story goes into the observatory. The observatory has the platform, but before that you have metal spiral staircase and like catwalks to that, so you can see the people up in the observatory. It looks very fancy. Has the railing. It looks like a loft. The observatory has the big dome that goes around, and then that is open, and you can see the telescope was out. Missy or Susan had told you that there's a staircase. One of the staircases goes up and it goes into the family things. They came down this way. They walked down to go to the great room because they wanted to know what they heard a noise or something. I forgot how I originally said it, but they had come down because they wanted to go do something because the lights were flickering and they had met a couple of people. The couple of people started coming at the grandfather and her, saying you guys weren't supposed to be here, because they weren't, right? They weren't supposed to be here. They were supposed to still be on tour because they had left a couple of days ago to leave. People realized that they had left. It's been a couple of days and they weren't supposed to come back for another day or two.
Right.
They had come back early because part of their adventure that they were going to do was canceled, so they came back early. And you had learned about that. You didn't really learn why they had left or where they went. You just know that they had left on an adventure, they were going to a thing. And they had come back early, and when they came back early, they came down and they found people. They started screaming at them. She started running. She remembers the woods. She remembers a big light. She remembers something happening. She remembers people's... There was noises and bumps and someone screaming and grandfather saying something and then running through the woods and just panic.
The only vague recollection she has of these strangers in the house were like men in black.
That they were all dressed up in black and they were just coming in and they couldn't,
Okay.
And then that is where you are. You found the grandfather. He's not looking good for well. He is on the ground. He is murmuring. You can't really tell what he's saying.
Oh, at least he's alive.
You have your flashlight. You have the fireplace on. The lights are not consistent. It's very dim. It looks like the lights are... Whatever power is coming in, it's...
Aside from this massive 30-foot hole in the roof of the observatory, from what we can see from our flashlights, what furniture, equipment, apparatus seem to be around where we are and where he is lying?
There is a fireplace poker that is laying near him.
Okay.
There is... I have marker.
I've got a whole set if you want to use them.
Okay. It is here.
Okay.
So there is let's say a piano over here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that, as I said, it's like fancy hall. There's a piano there. You have a bookshelf that's up on this wall.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a chair, like a listening area, a table, little thing here, maybe a smoking desk, lamp, big rugs on the floor, which I don't want to really draw out because I know we're just going to walk over and we're going to forget it. You had the fireplace poker that's kind of sitting right there.
Okay.
There was...
What is this?
Observatory.
Oh, okay, telescope.
That's why I said it's open in there and that's through the ceiling. You had a spiral staircase that was there that went up, and then you had catwalks that went to kind of like a railing, so people can watch the people on the catwalk. So this is up. The side of the wall you had a large fireplace, which I think I have a red. This is easy dry off wipe. It's their sure solution. A fire that's roaring in there. place over here, you had like little candles. Because, you know, the lights were going off, so they were trying to set up stuff. And they didn't know, so they set up some candles on one side, they set up a big fire on the other. This was their place for seating. But over here, they're on one of the big tables. Looks like there was food and silverware and other stuff like that, but it's thrown down onto the ground like someone had started moving. There's a pile of books, which is just kind of like tossed onto the table. There is give me spot hidden. See how much you actually see. Everyone can do it. Because this is just as you were walking in, you said you were looking back and forth to see if there was
A 10.
4.
a 4,
Not only do I make it, but I
a
critically succeed.
92.
Yep.
John
Critical
is
for
only
me.
paying attention to the patient, as the doctor said.
Yep. I have critically succeeded.
Me too.
Alright,
I
so
can
don't
see
forget to check
everything.
that off
The secret
as
of
one of the things you
I think I
succeeded.
already did that. Yeah, because I've already succeeded.
Okay.
Before.
There is a couple of piles of dirt. We'll put it in lime green.
Why is it door green?
So you guys can see it. So there's kind of like a couple of piles.
Dirt.
Other stuff right there.
Okay.
There's the t-shirt. It's laying down on the ground. You find a bag. A couple of bags over here. You see that, while kind of looking, there is a... I did blue.
Blue?
Blue. I don't know where I put the light blue. I'm coming over to your side because I am too broken. So that's upstairs. This is back here. You see that over here where there's doors next to the big glass. So like there's the double door that goes out. It looks like there is a overhang where the top of this is, where you have like big posts
Okay.
that hold that up. And this is a floor, and it kind of goes out, and there's like some outside seating and some other stuff. There's outside seating, but there's like duffel bags, or what you would consider to-go sacks, the army
Yeah.
over sacks,
Yeah.
versus what you would think is duffel bags. with
Gunny
zippers and
sack.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's a couple of bags of those over here. There's like a random shirt on here. We'll say there's a shoe.
Shoe? Is it a really big shoe?
Not a really big shoe. There's a shoe over here, and there's a boot over here. We're not Canadian, eh? We try to learn things. We don't
Right
like your
here.
metric.
Right here on this really big shoe.
We don't know your metric, man.
We have 4 boys from Liverpool. Bobby.
From what I remember, I did a successful medicine roll on the old man and was able to restore some hit points.
Were you? I didn't know if you rolled it.
No, I succeeded,
Okay.
because I was looking it up, because first aid only restores 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Medicine restores 1d3.
Alright. But I thought you were going to. I didn't know if we actually resolved it or not. Okay. If you say so. We have it recorded, we'll know. But yeah, alright, so he gets a couple of hit points back, but he was not looking well. He looked like he was about to die.
Shane,
Yes.
I am going. He's still on the ground, correct? Yes. So I lean over him. According to Susan, what would be the proper way of addressing him? As doctor, professor, Mister?
Well, doctor. He has a doctorate certificate
Okay.
that you passed in the front.
So, Dr. McGregor, what happened to you, sir?
He's still kind of out of it, mumbling, talking to himself. On
What
the ground.
what is he mumbling?
You have to really listen. He's saying stuff with his mouth, but there's not really voices coming out of it.
Make a hard listen roll.
So it would be a listen roll, but I would at least need, yeah.
I made it by 1 point. Whoa.
Don't know why that one flew. He is saying it is a different language, but he keeps going out and in of a different language, and it kind of sounds like they didn't deserve it. I don't like just he says something and then it's I didn't know, and then it goes into a different language and it sounds like something that's repeating, and I don't know how much to tell you, but it goes Gerviden something 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 is Throben something 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 Dein Zieta something something something, and unless you, because what languages do you know? Does it? I'm not sure if it states.
I know English and I know Latin, but would I be able,
I only know English.
would I be able to, try to tell what kind of language it is?
Yeah, if you want to make an education roll.
That hopefully I can do. 18, which is almost a critical success. But
It does sound like German. It is a mix of something like an old dead language, more guttural talk, but it is definitely an older dialect of German, something that hasn't been spoken in years.
and nothing Latin, which
Nope.
So German.
But he keeps it goes from English to mix of German to this. You're looking stuff up on your phone.
No, just other game systems. Nothing, absolutely nothing about pertaining to this game.
Can I speak German? Nein. Sorry.
I wanted to see if there was a prehistoric Cthulhu's supplement.
Stone Age Cthulhu.
Yeah.
You play. Y'all die. Yeah.
Yeah, Neolithic Cthulhu.
You picked up the squeak though. You're still trying to do stuff. I'm gonna close you out. Close. hopefully I'm doing this right.
Is it still raining, by the way?
Yes, it's still horribly raining. It does still look like there is water coming down from. So why are you recording from there? That's why I can't hear anything. Stop. Stop. It's still recording from the computer. Why are you recording from the computer? If I stop that. Bird. Finally! So I don't know how much of that beginning part was recorded. But we've done better. So it is raining. And this is why I'm trying to learn. Because the only way to learn is to learn. So sorry, anyone who was actually listening to this. The computer decided to start recording the first 20 minutes until I realized that the microphone is actually reading it. So, good luck. So yeah, no, it is heavily downpoured raining. There is rain coming from the hole. There is water on the ground. That is part of why he is so chilled to the touch. He also has blood around him. You stopped the bleeding, but you didn't get him back. You see his mouth moving. He finally heard something from it because through the rain and everything else and the thunder and the noise and Susan asking questions and other stuff like that, you haven't really heard anything. It's still a little bit of noise. You still hear the rain. You still hear you guys moving around. You still hear someone go. And you were able to stop the staunching the head. You were able to grab some of your. Yeah, they would have gauze. Gauze and padding and whatnot, and you were able to stop the bleeding in on the head. You were able to see that the shoulder was hurt. You were able to see like he had another defensive wound. And he had the fireplace poker in his hand, or it was near him. It was laying down. But there are pieces on him that were hurt more than just his head. Just his head was bleeding, and it was slowly bleeding. But it's been bleeding there for a while. It's mixed with the water. There's a big pool of blood all around you. And you were able to stop the bleeding, stop him doing something.
Mm-hmm.
But you weren't good enough to bring him back. You were just able to heal him a little bit.
Like stabilize
Yeah.
him?
Because let's say out of a adventurer who has 60 health or a human who has 12 health, he was at 1, technically at 0 dying. And the more time that your guys were taking to go through the house and other stuff like that, I was rolling to see how well he was, but you guys walked almost straight in. So he's the best that he could be, but you have to do something to kind of snap him out of it. Which is why you were saying,
Yeah.
Doctor.
Is there a table, or are those rugs, or is that a table?
That's a table. You have a rug that kind of goes this way.
Yeah.
You have another rug that's kind of like here. It's fancy. It's fancy town.
Okay.
So you have the big throw rugs. There was leather on the walls. The one thing I did forget to draw was there was a box that it's over here. And the one time that you guys started looking at the box, you were like, that makes me feel uncomfortable. You walked away from the box. Never really looked at it. That's why you kind of looked over there, but then you turned your eyes and you went right to grandfather.
All right, well, we need to get him off this soaking floor. I'm wondering if we'd be better off. Well, he's cold,
Mhm.
so how about?
You guys can move the table over near to the fireplace.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is move. Some of you move the table over to the fireplace, and then we can get him on top of it.
And this table right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me a strength roll. Just make sure that you guys pass, that you aren't trying to trip.
Kevin, you want to give me a hand?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, can't do it.
Sound of one hand clapping.
It's, succeeded by 3 points.
Kevin? Fancy table. Big oak table. Just
Yep, fine.
cool. Yeah, no, it's just to make sure you didn't trip over the rugs, that you didn't
Nope,
slip
I'm
on any of the
50s,
water.
so
It's just, yeah. It was supposed to be an easy roll, just to, okay, if not, then, yeah, nothing dangerous. Just more to make sure you guys didn't ultra fail. So yeah, no, you bring the table over. And you push off the rest of the food, and like you're just gonna, or how are you, or how close to the box are you getting? Here, how close to the box are you getting?
Hold on.
Well, I'd say try to get in front of the fire, but like kind of avert our gaze from the box.
So it's 3 squares.
Where's the fireplace?
Over
Next to the big fire, and down
Next to
onto
your
the
right
other
hand.
end.
next to, over there. No. Yes.
Yeah, fireplace.
Ooh, watch out, it's hot.
It does not look like it's a big roaring fire. It looks like the caretakers of the house had kept the fire going to make sure the house didn't get cold. Like there's a bunch of
Do you have a
logs on the
cap for that?
side.
Do you have a cap for that?
Yeah. So you're going right next to that box. Okay.
Well, what I was gonna say is, could we like put the box, like put the table over the box so that we're not looking at it?
Technically, yeah. But you still have to look at the box to make sure that it's over the box. How hard are you looking at this box?
Trying not to.
Roll sanity check. Peek at it. So
Well-
you look.
Well, it's between you two. And then you could be with Susan grabbing Grandpa.
Kevin and I are
over.
focused on moving the
We're
table.
moving the table.
Once we move the table, we should, in tandem, pick up the doctor and move him to the top of the table.
Okay. So that would just be another strength check just to make sure you're not tripping or doing anything.
I dropped it on his head.
Succeed.
Uh,
Not a critical
Use
success, but
strength,
succeed.
right?
Yeah.
Or
Strength or
dexterity.
dex. Strength or dex.
Dex is fine.
Because it's more avoiding
It
things.
was a little tough picking him up with my dexterity. I was able to.
Yeah, so you were able to
readjust
get
my
him up
nose.
with Kevin's help. It's not like the table. The table is a big oak table. That's a big heavy thing. It's probably like 300 pounds. You could drag it and whatnot, but it's more. Did you swing? Did you accidentally step on Grandpa? Other stuff like that. You get him up. Make me. Either fail an intelligence check or pass a constitution check.
Okay.
If you think about the box, because the box is making you unwell, you're going to look
We
at the
both
box.
have to make. Okay, I'm gonna.
So or pass constitution that you are
I'm gonna pass.
forcing yourself
pass
not to look, because you said you guys didn't want to look at the box. Or so you have to say what you were going to do.
In Constitution, I succeed in my Constitution.
72.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Constitution is 80.
Wow. Okay.
I'm an ex-soldier.
I have 40. I passed my constitution.
All right. So you were. I was trying to have you guys say which one you were doing before you rolled.
Well,
So,
I wasn't going to try to fail my intelligence is
Yeah.
60, so I wasn't going to try
I
to
said
fail that 'cause-
Constitution.
yeah, the intelligence is you know about the box and you're thinking about the box. So you look at the box.
'cause I
So
know-
if failing an intelligence check is you've forgotten about the box, you're just doing your thing. Constitution was more, you're just thinking of the mission.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do that and getting it done. You move them over. It's next to that. You're close to the fire. That side is warmer. It's out from under the rain. He's out from under the things. And you see a little bit of the skin go from pale to like he's evening out. Instead of like his lips was white, the skin was starting to turn blue. It's now with the blood stopping and him closer to the fire.
As the
moving him
color
around.
begins to,
He's just flushing out.
I am in my from my canteen. I'm going to give him a little bit of water.
Hasn't he had enough water? It's raining on him.
Just rain.
No, he hasn't been drinking it. Just give him a little bit.
Okay, give him a little bit of water, but he's still out of it. Still gonna have to do something.
He's still not being
Respond.
coherent. Okay.
He was literally on the brink of death. This is not D&D. You don't come back at one hit point.
Right.
He was unconscious. He was bleeding. He is an old person who was laying down in the wet, in the rain, almost on the brink of death, holding on.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you can hear, Susan, and then goes back.
Okay.
But he's talking in two different languages. Every once in a while he says the granddaughter's name, but he's, like, you can see him, like, he gets tense, and then he goes, okay. Then he gets tense, and then he goes, okay.
Okay.
But at least now he's not dying.
Okay.
Yay!
Is there a firewood next to the fire? You said it wasn't a roaring fire. It's just kind of like.
Yeah. As I said, there is a stack of firewood. It's not roaring, but it is enough that it is keeping this room, and it looks like it would have kept this room warm.
Okay.
Because you have the big glass doors, you have the big observatory. Looks like a big space. It's just to keep it warm so nothing gets destroyed. Because you have to think back in the 20s, you had heat, but it was sometimes easier just to keep a fire in fancy, large, open spaces to keep it nice. I'm trying to think of like the mix of old and modern. I don't know if really rich people would have like the stove heaters. Like you would just have the one cast iron thing that would heat up the room.
Right.
They would have the big fire because it looks fancier. Every room has a fireplace. Because I'm even thinking of the Ritz before they updated it. Because
Right.
almost every room of the Ritz had like a small little fireplace that it was every up top floor because it was so cold. Not the Ritz, some of the big mansions, almost every single room had a fireplace.
Right.
Before they updated and they put in the hot water radiators. Alright, so what are you gonna do? You saw everything in the room. Trying to avoid that box. You have stuff, you have a door, you have piles of stuff.
Okay.
Try not to be a rule lawyer and do stuff, but you're looking at how to.
Shane, I am going to examine.
And you could probably keep Susan right next to his side. Just following him about. Just making sure.
I am going to examine one pile of dirt.
Okay.
I'm going to, hunch down on my knees and try to examine it. I got my
Natural world.
I got
or
my
science.
flashlight.
It is dirt.
What am I rolling for, Shane?
You said just
Natural world or science. With science would be. It's not medicine. It's not jump. It's
I fail miserably.
how bad?
97.
Is that a critical fail?
Well, my natural world is a 10%.
So yeah, you horribly fail. I'm trying to think of what would be.
A worm
you have
jumps
science.
up. A word.
We have a science under ride, and then you also have maybe education. because you're looking at it
Okay.
at night, so it still would be the 90 something.
I would make an education.
Yeah, it's still, you still failed the roll.
Okay. Yeah.
So as you're trying to go through it, you squish it out, you level out one entire pile, it mixes with the water, and it kind of washes away. So you're like, it's dirt, it's getting washed away.
What? So okay. Now, I'll go to one of the duffel bags and open it and examine the contents.
All right. You open it. It's looks like a couple of the silverware from the table, a couple of fancy plates. It has some of the candlesticks, small little knickknacks, things that you wouldn't obviously notice are missing. Just a whole bunch of little things.
Like we had assessed in last game, going through this section of the hall.
The hall.
The hall. It's as if someone was casing the joint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do I recognize, as I see him rifling through those, do I notice anything about the bag that seems familiar to myself?
Like from another gang, another group.
No.
No.
I recognize this shoddy work. It's the Apple Dumpling Gang.
It's the Sticky Fingers.
It's
It's from the Sticky Fingers. Don't
It's-
you know the Sticky Fingers?
it's Don Knotts and Tim Conway. Did you see that movie when you were kids?
Yep, we
Yeah.
saw all the Disney movies, the live action ones. We saw them all at.
One of our
We
dinosaurs
go
is
to
missing.
Lincoln Mall.
I liked Escape from Witch Mountain.
Yep. Cat from Outer Space.
Oh God,
You
yeah.
want to try? I have
Yeah.
no idea.
It's spicy, sour, sweet. So you could get any of those.
Or,
flavors.
All the Herbie movies.
With chili and sugar.
Chili.
DA.
Chili
God.
and sugar.
Son of the Shaggy DA.
Candle.
Did you
The
ever watch?
evil cats.
Did you ever watch? I don't even know if
Can't
you would have
even
even
know
seen
any
any of those.
Candlewick.
Would you have watched any of the
Yeah.
Herbie movies? Herbie the Love Bug?
Yeah. I am not as old, but I had old people.
Oh,
I always hang out with my grandfather. Grandfather always had those movies. He started me with Young Frankenstein.
And
oh my God, classic.
Yeah, we used to watch that
when it was
all
in
the time. He didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
I'm saying, I'm thinking Ken Burns, but I know that's the guy that does all the documentaries. But
The what? The cat.
like the cat from outer space, he was in a lot
Yeah,
of those.
the
Disney
cat from outer
movies.
space was there.
Igor,
And then
get the
No,
Igor,
Ken
get the
Berry.
bags.
Ken Berry, that was it.
And
Is
then
he
you-
the one
and then
from
you
Mama's
had-
family. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like he was in all those movies.
Yeah.
I think he was in the Apple Dumpling Gang too.
I think
He
so.
was the good guy. He was the
Sandy Duncan was in that.
Yep.
She's about the only one who's still alive.
Igor, get the bags. Sure, you take the blonde. I'll take the one in the toy bin.
But you know, I'm not that super young. I at least know some things.
I think the villains in, if I remember right, in Escape to Witch Mountain were, talk about a pairing. Betty Davis and Christopher Lee. Am I right? I think so.
See, those are all the things. Like, why don't they have those on Disney Channel? The Disney Plus.
Because
Like,
they're
you pay for that,
because
they
they're
don't.
dated.
No,
Yeah, but
because
you think all those
someone
would
else
be on
owns the
there.
rights. Disney sold the rights to different TV studios
Oh.
so they can.
Oh.
Disney was always broke. Walt Disney almost went under so many times.
On the Disney Channel,
I mean, like the Disney,
Right.
Disney Plus.
on
Yeah,
Disney
they had
Plus,
to buy
can
back
you-
the rights.
Can you watch Mary Poppins?
I believe so. Yeah, I think both of them are on there.
The main ones that you guys would recognize are there.
Bixby, Susan Clark, Don Knotts, Tim Conway, Slim Pickens.
He was in a lot of them too.
No, he wasn't.
Don Knotts was a lot until he got in trouble. Wasn't he? When he was the one who got in trouble, didn't he?
No.
Don Knotts never got in trouble.
I know there was the one TV person who was drunk all the time and he got himself in trouble.
You'll have to be a bit more specific.
There's a lot of those.
Back in the time when TV was live and they had to show everything on time.
Could have been Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, TV, yeah. Was one of those daytime and they had the commercials and they had to run into the commercials and stuff like that first.
No, Don Knotts was always professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's most, of course, these days he's, well, it's either Andy Griffith or Three's Company that people remember him from.
So yeah, so you don't recognize the bags or anything else like that. If you want to make a, is there like a street swim, stealth, spot hidden, sleight of hand, ride, psychology?
I did spot hidden, but it wasn't.
Yeah, no, I was. That would be it. It was less spot hidden, more like some fighting brawl, disguise, dodge.
No, there isn't anything specific to.
Okay, so I want you to write in one, and we're gonna make it streetwise. And I want you to
I don't have
roll.
anything.
Yeah.
It's streetwise, and roll me.
I think the
Let's
only
do 5d10.
I think the only skill that's already on our sheets that kind of takes that into account is like credit rating, which is street
Yeah.
cred.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, no, that's credit rate. That's credit.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget. Credit is one of those weird ones that I completely forget about.
It's
because-
not just like bank credit.
Yeah,
It's your street cred.
I had 30 on that.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yes.
Yeah,
27. Yeah, because I have 30.
So it-
I was gonna say
So
that's
for
pretty
your
low.
credit from the
Of all
things that you-
of us, you should have the best street cred.
for the things that you have known, so you passed. So check that off. For the things that you have done, this looks like amateur style.
Okay.
The doors were left open. They weren't really picked. They were just kind of like more like someone jimmied it. There's markings, and the bags are things that you would get down at like the Army National Store. Nothing that wouldn't tie you back to the store that came from if someone found it or like you left it. That type of thing. No, I haven't tried those yet. So it looks like a street job. Just someone rolled up. The car is not a fancy car. It's just something from town. It's beat up. It's from the farm. The plates are still there. If you're thinking back on all of it, you know. There's a T-shirt. The T-shirt looks like a normal kid's T-shirt. I'm just doing horrible with this. Oh, I just had it. Damn it. Okay. So yeah. But once again, I was raised on all those movies. My grandfather refused to watch anything new. And he's the one who my grandfather did Where's the Meat? He helped record part of that for not the original one, but like the second and third one when they kept going, and the Burger Wars, where they actually yeah, I pulled it up. We had video, but the Burger Wars he actually helped record, go onto the set, and he was helping record all of that stuff. So he loved all the old school stuff. He hated any of the new school stuff because there's no class, there's no this. He loved Blazing Saddles, the stuff that we can't show now. Because
this was filmed at a time
when people didn't care. pretty much.
If you hold a crab up to your ear, you can hear what it's like to be attacked by a crab.
Hmm? If you hold a young, you could go like Norm McDowell. He made the same joke as, if you hold a beautiful young woman up to your ear, you hear what it sounds like being slapped. Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Mrs. Brown's bones?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people who made those jokes.
It says Sue shared it.
Mrs.
Says they're canceling it this October.
Okay. Any reason why, or?
A lot of people have commented on it that why they keep saying do more of that stupid show.
Okay, so we're back. So yeah, you find some stuff. It is not anything that you know of. Looks like a botch job. That someone got caught. They came back early. They were going to break in. They were casing the joint, kind of thing.
Check out the T-shirt.
Much. History.
Nope.
It just looks like an old T-shirt, like someone's been wearing it for a long time.
Okay.
What's up?
How's the professor doing? And the doctor.
We would have to check, and the person would have to roll more, and we'd have to see if he can get back, if he can pass another successful check, because, you know, we just stopped.
Okay.
That's a no?
Well, I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Push it good.
Push it, push it. Oh,
So,
54.
how do you push it? And do you pass?
I did pass.
You
Okay.
okay, Kevin? Allergies?
No, just my eyeball.
Is it? Do you get that sometimes from doing a lot of close work?
No, it's the cataract in my left eye just seems to be getting worse.
Oh, you
Or
what?
at least it feels that way.
Cataract.
Oh,
Like you can actually feel it, or.
No, it's just the vision.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a difference between the two eyes.
Mm-hmm.
do you have to go in for?
I just had an eye exam. I mean, it was worse than it was last year. It's like,
Right.
oh, it's not that bad.
Well, if it's getting worse.
Do they give you? Do they give you drops for that?
No.
To try to slow the process down? No.
All right.
But you're not at a point where they've
That's
where they
what,
feel.
that's what he said. It's like, oh, it's not that bad enough for surgery. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would get a second opinion. What do I know? All right. How do I? Okay. Well, you said that there were other areas of his body where there appeared to be injuries, right?
Yeah, like he was fending someone off. I'll give you with the success of the other one that since you were kind of like testing and seeing out
Yeah.
that the fire poker also has some blood on it. Like he had gotten a good whack on someone.
Okay.
But he was fighting something.
I'll try to.
Does my additional medicine help any, or?
Well, you can. You can
Well,
start
that's
more
what I thought it was
stabilizing.
Well,
But I was asking, how do you push it? You failed. You started doing something like you like pushed, and you just saw him like start wincing
Mm-hmm.
because like maybe his arm was almost broken, and then you started going, and you can feel like, oh, I probably pushed too hard.
Yeah.
How do you like come back from that?
I would say stop what I'm doing and maybe investigate one of the other defensive wounds. I thought you said there was one on his torso.
Yeah, there's one on the torso, one on the leg, one on the arm. But I'm trying to think of like what would happen if you failed. Like you were a
Mhm.
doctor trying to poke something in the light while he's laying down unconscious, or he jerked and you weren't paying attention. And
Mm-hmm.
but you know, like you kind of like eased it back and you eased him back down, and you took care of his torso. You starting to give him a little bit more water. You're trying to get some things back on him. And he's looking better. He's, I don't know. There's still a whole bunch of stuff that you guys could be doing. But he's looking better, and on your estimation, he could be coming back at any time. But as of right now, he had the shock of a whole bunch of stuff. He got his ass kicked to him, and he could be waking up any moment.
Okay.
But this is real life. Now we're going to see how he does. He does not wake up yet. He's an old frail man.
So was somebody investigating the clothes, or?
Someone looked at the T-shirt.
Didn't see anything.
It was an old T-shirt.
Alright.
And one of the piles of dirt is completely gone.
Washed away.
Because you failed at that.
Oh.
So there was a pile of books on the table. Are there books along the wall in this room?
Yeah. There's a whole bookshelf over here. There's like a mantelpiece.
I know
There's
you said
stuff.
there were doors there.
There's doors all the way
Doors
down the
there,
thing.
but there
Yeah.
were doors over there too.
No, those are windows.
Oh.
It's a big open gallery. There's a outsider, like a little seating area, but it has like covers on it because no one was there.
Yep.
Like the maid and everything else was doing their job and taking care of stuff. And why are you being so stubborn?
Don't look at the box. Don't look at it. I said, don't look at it.
She's gonna start playing on the piano
Why is she playing on the piano?
because she's a little child and she doesn't
She
want to pay
crazy?
attention to what you're doing, so she's playing on the piano.
How
I mean, she's bored. You left
how
her
did-
alone.
How did this whole "don't look at the box" thing come up?
I don't know. You guys said that you don't want the box, and I'm not looking at the box, so I've been having fun with it.
I was gonna go check out the books that we pushed off the table before we moved it.
You know what? I'm gonna do something real stupid.
Okay. Well, we're looking at the box. Just
I'm gonna
make
examine.
an education.
I'm gonna look at the box. 29.
You could do education or your credit or whatnot.
Education is higher. It's 50, so that's a success.
Yeah.
Not a
So
hard success, just a success.
Charles Dickens, a bunch of books that you know would be high priced. It's some of the originals. Not they're not like the big fancy books that are right in place that someone would notice missing, but at least it is as you're going through. It's like, oh, I know that book. Oh, I know that book. Oh, I know that book. And you can see it's any big name, but not the most expensive book.
Right.
Like
So,
you can see like there's a first edition there, there's a first edition there, but that's a big name, and that's a big name, and that's a big name kind of thing.
Again, something else that shows me that these are kind of amateurs looking for stuff that they
Yeah.
think is worth money, but it's not really.
And now they're laying down in the like over here. It's not really soppy. You could see the water; it's starting to like encroach this way, but there was food, and there's like some food and some other stuff, and it's just tossed down. You could just brush it off and look and read. It's nothing hard. Looking at the box.
It looks like a box.
It is a. It looks like an urn, kind of like an old urn box, where it would be something like that would be placed into the wall.
Like a
Being
An
a
old-
soldier, you know, if someone was cremated, this would be one of those boxes that was sent home. It had your ashes inside of it. It's unceremonial box, but it is made out of a concrete-like substance.
okay. And I would guess that it's completely sealed. There's no opening. Oh, there is
Well,
a lid.
open it. If you want to open up, you can.
I will open it.
I need you to make me sanity roll.
Okay.
During this entire time, you do, at the same time, as I said, you feel a little unnervous. Like it looks concrete as you start touching it and whatnot. You don't care.
I failed.
Don't care.
I failed the sanity roll.
With a 5?
Oh, a 5. Oh, okay.
With
Yes.
a 5.
Yes. It's a critical success.
Yeah. You don't care. You still take 1 point of damage, but on the inside, it looks like something had written in a block lettering, really, really tiny, a whole bunch of symbols and weird stuff. If you want to make an occult roll, you can. But there's symbols and some images and some other stuff, but it's like very, very, very tiny, and you just get glinting off the light. But it looks like inside the box, something was tiny, and there's little scratches on the bottom, and on the way out of the box, there it looks like fingernails or scratches and other stuff like that, getting substantially larger from the bottom of the box all the way up. The box does look deeper than it should be.
So in other words, the scratches.
And when you first open it up, it looked like it was much deeper than it was, and it looked like something was like way down there, and like reality kind of warped a little bit.
It looked like it was small at the bottom.
Yeah,
But what I
looking at
realized it's small because it's far away.
But after you didn't care, you just kind of realize it's because it's such little. It looks like someone did like forced perspective, that there's very, very little writing, and going up the sides of the wall it gets bigger, so it makes it look like it's very, very, very deep. Unless you want to put your hand in there. But just like looking at it through the light, you're like, oh no, it's just forced perspective.
I'm gonna grab a handful of this dirt, just right next to it, and I've got my flashlight there so I can see what happens, and I'm gonna drop it right in the middle of the box.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. That's just plain. You could try to give me an intelligence or education to try knowing what's going on, but what you see right away, without actually thinking about what's going on, is the dust kind of goes in normal, and then as it starts going, it starts swirling, and it just kind of sits there, and it looks like it's just almost touching the sides, and just going back and forth and just sitting and going.
Is it going
like it started dusting down? It's not actually. It doesn't. looking at your hand, it's not really dirt. It just kind of like starts floating. It starts separating, and it just like becomes very fine dust, and it starts like swirling, and it's floating in like a couple inches into the box.
But it's not going down.
You can make it like an education or intelligence roll. Or
They're the same number.
You can give me like a natural world. Maybe, I'll just give it to you.
I made intelligence education.
Okay. It's like there's static electricity in the box. The whole thing is just like it. Like you can start getting your hairs near it, and the hairs start going up, and like you're looking at different sciencey things or things that you would have known. Like there's a lot of static in this, so it's kind of like it's pushing the dust away.
So I have a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking the tip of the barrel of the shotgun and trying to push on the floor of the box and see if the end of the shotgun will stop or if it'll keep on going through the floor.
Need you to make me a strength check.
$13.
As you start getting the metal thing into the box, it goes to the side. And holding it and trying to push it down, you can like push it and scrape it, but you don't like bend it. So at least I know that's at least a hard success. So instead of like pushing it and snapping it or like bending the barrel, you push it down, but it's like it's a really strong magnet, and you can get it to the point. And now the shotgun's sticking out of the box.
It will not go down.
No, it's stuck to the side of the box.
Okay.
And you were able to push it past all of this, and you didn't like as if you went in and then you'd like try to pry it or you tried to do something, it didn't bend the tip of the shotgun. So the shotgun's still useful, but it's
did I manage
you were trying to push it down. Did you
Right.
take it out?
At this point I'm
All right, so once it snapped, then yeah, you were able to take it back.
okay.
in.
All right.
But if you were trying to push it in, no, it's stuck in.
So I'm going to go to John,
Yes.
Julius, and say I think we better get Bill in here and talk about something I just discovered that is pretty earth-shattering.
Okay.
So we
As you get to that point, there is a crash upstairs.
okay.
It sounds like someone had knocked over a whole bunch of stuff, and you hear a thud and
Okay, really quickly before we head upstairs, that box is otherworldly. You open it up, and it appears to go down, 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 hundreds upon hundreds of feet. When you put something in it, it gets magnetized immediately to the sides, the wall of the box. The inside of the box is carved with strange, unusual looking language, and the language is scribbled along the sides of the box, again going down hundreds of feet. It's
Sure, it's not just a hole in the bottom of where it's sitting.
no.
Did you
I
try
put
moving it?
the tip of my shotgun in.
Yeah, but did you try moving it? Maybe
No.
it's just a hole in the floor.
Nope. I didn't try moving it. I put the tip of my shotgun in it.
Yeah,
then
but
kind
there's
of
a
like
hole
put
in the
and then
floor,
kind of
go
like
through
put
the
your
floor.
foot on the side
Okay.
and yanked out the shotgun. But you didn't damage the shotgun. That was a successful strength that you didn't like try to pry it and then tip
No.
it back.
Well,
I think
I'll-
you would be quite angry if you failed your roll and you just like try to pry it and the tip of it
I'll
stuck.
go back and
Did you? It had the lid folds. So did you put the Did you
I
put
put
the lid back?
the lid back.
Okay.
I put the lid back and I try to move the box.
Box moves.
And I say,
It feels like a 30-pound box. It is quite a heavy
you
box.
see,
It is,
I said there's absolutely nothing under here but the floor. But when you open the box and look inside, it goes down hundreds of feet. But more to the point, it sounds like we got company. Maybe whoever tried to case the joint is still here. Where
Susan's at the piano, hitting the keys.
where are the stairs?
well, that's Missy.
Oh, that's Missy.
Missy's la 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 la. Or
That's right.
that wouldn't have come out. That wouldn't have come out. That wouldn't have come out.
Go up to Missy.
I'm trying to think of a 20s song that she would have played. Like dun, 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 no. Dun, 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 me. Dun, 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 me. Dun, 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 yeah. Happy birthday to me.
Plink, 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 plink.
She knows chopstick. Da 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 da.
Well, at least it's not gold, was it? Gold sleeves?
Where are the stairs?
Out in the foyer.
Out in the 40.
No, I mean, like, how did
Black
we
spiral.
Orange.
how did we get here?
Isn't the orange the stairs?
Well, we went through.
Okay. But we're downstairs, right?
Right.
Correct.
So we got to go up here.
Well, unless you take the spiral staircase, we don't know where that leads.
Well, doesn't it just lead up to the?
Yeah, there's a door that leads into the family room, like into the hallway. Susan had said there's a the stairwell. There's one door into the
Ask
into
Susan.
the hallway.
Susan, take us to the quickest way. Could you
I
take
can't
us?
leave grandfather.
She's not.
Tell us the quickest way back upstairs.
Well, you can go up the spiral staircase.
That'll take us to the second floor, not
That'll
just to the.
that'll take you to the second floor. Well, you could see there's a catwalk that goes over to the observatory, and then to the left, if you follow the catwalk the other way, goes right to the wall.
Okay.
So right above the hallway, there's a second.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay with the grandfather.
Okay. What do you want to do, Kevin?
I'll go with you.
Okay.
We're gonna leave Missy down here playing the piano. She's
Making
keeping
a
herself
ton of noise.
occupied.
We'll go upstairs. And
And Missy self, there is like some ham and some prosciutto. She's definitely picked some stuff up off the floor. There's some cookies.
does it bring us back to this hallway?
The second
The
floor.
second floor of that hallway. 3D, Kevin.
Okay.
We're on the second floor.
Yeah.
In the same hallway.
What do you want me to hold a miniature like this?
Use your imagination.
No, I don't want to. You were on the second floor. And this is where D&D Beyond beats what I have. But if I really wanted you guys to take 20 minutes to figure out what check you had, I'd have you play D&D Beyond. I've had horrible times with multiplayer and stuff like that. At D&D Beyond is certain things have crashed, or they doubled the health, or they kept rolling advantage without having advantage, and and then you have to re-roll, or someone rolls the wrong thing, and something's checked, or doesn't give you your spell list, or
Okay. So
there is a hallway. There's a couple of doors to the left, a couple of doors to the right. So there's 2 doors to the left, 2 doors to the right. No, there's no doors to the right. There's just your door. There's a door at the end this way. There's a door this way. There's the one door that you came through. Oh, that hurts. Why did that hurt?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think so. It should be healed. There's just a weird pinch. And there's the two doors on the side and a big door at the other end. So there's the door that you came in.
Oh, the door above the door. Oh,
I'll just say it's the same door. Same door that you came in. So there's a door. There's a door at the end. There's two doors on. There's one door in front of Kevin and one door in front of John.
So stopping for a moment, can we hear any more noise?
You guys ran up the staircase. You're just hearing you breathing? Yeah, no, yeah, you definitely do.
Okay.
There is a whole bunch of noise, and it sounds like someone is panting and breathing hard in the far doors farthest away from you. Or those doors.
These doors?
Yep.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay. Is that a single door or is it a set of double doors?
Set of double doors. It looks very fancy. It looks like the master bedroom door.
Okay. Approach the doors.
And you hear someone moving stuff.
I'm going to ask Kevin's expertise. Does the door appear locked? Or did it need to be
Just
unlocked?
try the door.
I didn't know.
I would love. I'm gonna pause this for real life. How do you know if a door looks locked from the outside?
I don't know.
I know. I want to know. If you go up to someone's
It's a ridiculous
house,
question.
yeah. In D&D, this is why it's like, huh?
Yeah.
It's usually you try the door handle and you see if it's locked. But how do you see
You don't.
a door is locked?
You don't. It's
Because this is grim dark.
So
The lights are off. You have flashlights.
I am going
There's the door. The door was shut over here, and there's just.
I'm going to try the door, but slowly, so as not to make as much noise as possible.
It doesn't really. There is a keyhole, old school, like a skeleton key. It does not seem locked, but it does not seem like it's moving. Like the door handle starts to move, and then it stops, and then you wiggle it the other way and it stops. And if you try to push it a little bit, it won't move.
I say, Bill, I think it's locked.
Okay, my lock set gives me bonus die. Locks or floors.
Want to roll me an intelligence check? What's the thief?
53. I passed.
Looks like this side's a doorknob. The other side might be a door handle. Someone has shoved something up against it, so it's just wobbling enough that it's unlocked. But the door is blocked. Cool, the person passed. So all of a sudden you were hearing heavy breathing and whatnot, and then you hear just when you try the door. It's definitely different. What do you think, John? You want to try?
So somebody jammed something up against the doorknob,
That's what it
door
seems
handle
like.
on the other
I
side.
think they heard us trying to open the door.
Think of old school doors. You need
Yeah.
the key to lock it. It looks like maybe a person didn't have a key, but they jammed something into it. And with the thief, you notice that it goes down a little bit, it goes up a little bit. It looks like someone jammed something there, probably tied the doorknobs together to make sure it's not moving, but they didn't lock it. But now, being a thief, he would know. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. that he know more about this.
Yeah.
Different locks, different things, education, stuff like that. That they didn't have the skeleton key to lock it, but it's a door handle on this side, lever on the other side. Someone tight it, or shove something up to it, or put something
So
on
it cannot be.
It's not
turned
physically
to-
moved,
All right.
but it's just enough that it's unlocked.
Yeah.
But when you try to push on the doors, it's not doing. And just the pushing on the
In
doors.
other words, if it takes the turning of a knob to get the bolt to
Hmm.
come, it's not doing that.
No.
Okay.
And on the other side, you heard. And a pause for whatever the other whatever something on the other side was doing.
I have an axe. Take a
Kill an
long-
open door.
You have a shotgun and an axe?
Yeah. It would take a hell of a long time.
Where the
to do it.
hell are you holding an axe?
I'm Bevros.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, but that's someone who's
I have a
an
strength of
adventurer.
60.
It's someone who's an adventurer who has a backpack, who's multi-metered and made to do exactly that. Where the hell are you holding an axe and a shotgun?
In my backpack. Just like Bevros.
Okay.
Grim
Grimdark. This is dirty dark.
No, but I mean,
You
even
literally, in your suit jacket, you have a fold-out axe.
I
Yeah.
probably, in all reality,
Yeah, it's probably in the car.
I probably do not have this axe on me.
It's probably in the car.
I had
It's
written
probably
it down
something
in
yeah.
gear from when we were when we were in the snowbound.
Yeah. When you had a backpack,
Right.
you were packed in the snow, you had all your gear to go
Right.
hiking up a mountain that you were taking everything with you.
Plus,
As I said, it's probably in the car. I'm saying that if you
Right.
want to go get it from the car and come back.
it would take way too to try to hack this door down would take way too long. The guys would be gone.
Are you guys
Do you have
talking
any-
to-
Huh?
Are you guys talking to each other?
What
We're whispering to each other.
we're whispering. What do you suggest as?
Open the door. We're gonna blow the door apart. We have a shotgun. Just
Okay.
blow the handle apart.
All right. So I'll use my 20 gauge.
Well, I'm telling them to open the door before you do that, because then they don't want to kill somebody.
You want to what?
You want to tell them to open the door first.
All right.
So you hear this and go, okay, pick up the
No,
20 gauge
no,
and
no.
right at the
No.
door handle. He
No.
goes, no.
So I say, hey lads, would you do us a favor and open the door? Make this all easier for everyone.
You didn't talk before. You're not gonna get me now. You got my friends. They're gone. I saw what you did to them. No,
So,
you're not getting in here.
so
If you try to come in here, I'm gonna get you.
So I level the shotgun.
Better get away from the door.
Better get away from the door. Boom.
Okay. Use me guns. Make sure you're not shooting the door handle, that you're shooting the door handle right. You're not shooting it straight on so it doesn't bounce back at you. That fun stuff. And I have to go look at breaching.
So I was successful.
So that means it doesn't shoot and hurt yourself.
Okay.
So you do shoot the door handle. You have to give me a shot, and I know it at least has 5 health. That you have to beat the 5 health before you break the door handle. Or is it 5 health? No, it's 3 before the handle breaks.
7 points of damage to the
So
door
you
handle.
break off the door handle. You definitely get it, but it's kind of for structures and whatnot. You have to beat the armor rating, and then after that, the damage goes into what it is. So
Okay.
the whole handle's messed up.
Try.
And yeah, and the door sags back in towards the hallway. Like there is a whole bunch of stuff on the other side. I told you you're not gonna get me.
So open the door.
Well, we'd have to push stuff out
Oh,
of the way of the door.
push.
Pull the door open, or
Yep.
the hinges, or whatever.
Yep.
The bits of the door are left.
All right, you're gonna have to make me some
Strength?
hard checks.
What is the strength?
If you're both gonna do it, it's gonna be both a hard check or a critical check.
An 8 on strength. Critical
I got a
success.
28. I did not critical. If I
Alright,
spend
so-
some luck, I can get a hard,
Okay. Well, with the critical, so you got a success, but on a
but not a hard success.
and with
I got
the
a
critical,
success.
alright, so you guys both shoulder the door and push it. I'm trying to. Okay. Yes. So I'm just checking on how you do a specific thing. So you guys shoulder the door. There is the boudoir, there's the end table, there's the side table. You guys hit it with enough force, since there's no lock or anything. You push back the table, you open up the doors a little bit, and he's going to take a shot at you.
Okay.
He has a 40, which... Country bumpkin. I'm going to say, yeah, no, that's okay. That's good enough to hit. I'm going to grab little old lady. Check there.
Is that a particular class of wandering monster, country bumpkin? I keep thinking of that villain from the Powerpuff Girls. Fuzzy Lumpkins. No, Fuzzy Lumpkins. He was like a big blue ape with antenna, and he'd always play a banjo. He was like a hillbilly ape.
Alien thing, hybrid, weird. Maybe he was pink.
Yeah.
It was pink with green nose. But yeah, no. Because that should do it. But he takes a shot. He does get a good shot off. But he's trying to fire through the crack of the door. So it's not a great shot. But as a outdoor enthusiast, hunter, whatever, he does unfortunately make it. So I'm gonna say half a d6 because that's firing multiple shots, semi. So you guys can make a successful dodge roll. He is going to shoot. So if you can make a dodge that's less than 40, this is why I was trying to.
What is the goal? To push down?
No. You have to make a dodge roll.
A 5.
11.
So you're doing really good today. I don't think. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of fingers going this way.
Right.
What you want to do is you want to push them down this way in the right sequence to get it, and then the key turns that way. So you're trying to push this. Every time you mess up, you have to release it so the pins pop back up. But usually I can get it really quick, and I just can't get it right. But you're just pushing enough to try turning a key. But so you guys dodge. So he shoots. You definitely beat his 40 because it's Country Bumpkin. He does take the shot. It does at least make a success. But you guys do much better than his minor success. And you see part of the door right about where your heads are get shot at. looks like a light shotgun, hunting shotgun, buckshot. It's just, you see all the pellets fly past you. But it's just damaging the inside. He was like, no, you're not going to get me. You have to stay out of the light. The light gets you. But, and he's sort of realizing that there's no big, bright, beautiful light. But you guys are still jumping around with your flashlights and other stuff like that. And you can definitely tell he's freaked out. And looking through the crack, there's literally the dresser that was pushed over on the side. You had the two end tables. You pushed hard enough that it all moved, and the end tables fell into the room. So what he had stacked up, you pushed in. If you did this again, you probably could push it in far enough that you guys can get in. But it's like he stacked this in front of it, then he stacked that on top of it, then he put the lamp on top of it, then he put the other. He Scooby-Dooed it. And he's hiding in the master bedroom. And you can see it's the master bedroom right there. It goes out big a whole side that side.
So what was the last thing he said when we?
You can hear him very confused, but he says, "You can't get me. You have to stay away from the light." But I don't see the light, and it's not there. And you can hear him very confused, but he has stacked.
Okay.
He had stacked
So
dresser things on top.
I say to him, listen to me. My name's Leslie. With me here is my friend Bill. We're investigators, and we specialize in this sort of weirdness. That's our job. So believe you me, between you and I, there ain't nothing so strange that we hadn't seen already. But
you haven't seen what this thing does. It grabs you and it uses you.
But what is it? First of all, we done told you our names. You don't have to open the door if you don't feel comfortable. Can you at least give me your name so I can address you by your proper name talking to you? What do you want me to call you?
There's a pause. You can feel the tension. You can hear the thinking, and he goes, "It's Jeffrey."
All right.
Shit. No, it's Daniel. It's Daniel.
All right, Daniel. Good name, by the way.
I had to think of how to do that.
I said,
With the scared-ass kid who's young would actually know to use a fake name.
I said, what in the world happened here?
The old man. He let something out.
Out of that box downstairs?
Ain't no box. That thing was huge. It looked like it unfolded itself. No. You're not getting me to come out there.
You don't have to.
You have to stay away from the light.
You don't have to
Destroy
come
all
out,
the light.
Daniel.
Get away from the light.
But what is it that came out of that unfolding box?
It's a monster. It's a big mechanical monster. And it uses you.
You mean like
It uses you.
You mean like one of them robots in those pulp magazines?
I ain't rich enough to read any of those.
Well, this would be like a magazine from a newsstand, like
I've seen it in passing, but
like
sort of. But
would this be like a robot, like from one of them science
I can't
fiction
read.
movies?
He rolled an 85. I was just trying to think of or just I don't read. I work on the farm and.
Like one of them robots from you know, the Buck Rogers comic strip.
Maybe, like, you're talking about the show my brother listens to, right?
Yeah. Was it like a mechanical man or something different?
It's just it walked on two arms, and it was this big sphere, and it took him, and it attached itself to him, and it pulled him in. It uses you.
A big sphere that
And then we're gonna
walks.
cut downstairs.
A big sphere that walks on two mechanical hands. It pulls you in and takes you.
It's the blob.
John,
Yes.
downstairs.
What about downstairs?
I want you to roll to see how well you're taking care of Grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Because Susan's whatnot. And then I would like you to
45.
roll me how well is Missy playing the piano.
45.
Okay, so you do pass, right?
Oh my God.
Triple 0.
100.
The thing has slammed down on her fingers.
She
Now she's
remembers the first Bugs Bunny thing that she had ever seen. I'm hoping it's about that time. Where it's...
No Bugs Bunny,
Nope.
but there is
I'm trying to think of...
Mickey Mouse.
I'm trying to think of like...
Black and white cartoons. Mickey Mouse,
Like the
Felix the
like,
Cat.
Like they... No, Felix the Cat would do it. Like he starts playing the piano with his butt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like the old cartoons where it's like
Even
with the butt,
Yep.
and she's doing that, and she's trying to play
even
with
very
the butt.
early Mickey Mouse was very pre-code.
Yeah. But it's like piano, bong 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 bong, bong 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 bong, and she's trying
In-
to play it with her butt. And
In
it's
very early Mickey Mouse cartoons, you got him smoking a cigarette.
yeah, and the lid crashes down, and you can hear you can just hear something break. Right, John?
Yep.
Yeah. So you pass. I'm gonna go back to here. You don't need that. That's still upstairs. We know where John is.
Okay.
You know that's there. I was just trying to keep that up. I'll just draw on that when the time comes if you guys want to go in there.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he's still on the table, but you get him to the point that he's not murmuring, and you can start seeing his eyes start to flutter. And you can hear, I shouldn't have done it. They didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve it.
Deserve what?
He's mumbling to himself. He's not really talking to you, but
You can see a little like because you rolled high enough. There's a point of recollection that goes. Read the journal. The journal will give you the answers. It's
Providence Journal.
it's in there.
In where?
In the front. Go find the journal. It'll give you all the answers.
Don't you
I-
have the journal? It's one of the books you took.
Was it the family journal?
Yes.
Was it?
Susan must never know.
Okay.
But and then you hear, grandfather, you must get her away from here. She mustn't know. I shouldn't have. They didn't deserve it. They were just kids. I didn't realize they were just kids.
I'm going to try to do a psychoanalysis. 19 out of 55.
So that's not a hard success. That's a hard success? No.
Hard success, not critical.
Okay. Alright, so he is definitely hurting. He believes he has released something, given something away,
Mm-hmm.
set something free in the world. but it's more. It to him, he believes he's saying the truth, but what he's saying really doesn't make sense.
What is this light that everyone keeps talking about?
You don't know that. That was the guy at the diner was talking about it. That's it.
Oh, Susan said it,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and she said that she
You
felt
don't know what that
yeah.
guy up there is saying.
Yeah,
No.
no. Susan said it. The person at the diner said it. He saw it outside at the diner. It quells. It hunts. It eats. It's what unfortunately what the elders of the family use to cut the chaff. It's something older than you and me. It listens.
You should read the family journal that you have on you.
Okay. What caused the hole in the roof here?
It did. It
All
went
right.
for more.
What did it get? More.
I don't know. I the kids, they were attacking. They were beating me up.
What kids?
They were here. I think they were here to steal.
Well,
But-
are they
They're not here anymore.
part of your family or are they strangers?
I didn't get a good look. They started attacking me. I told Susan to run. Susan, hey, good girl, you
Yes.
got help.
Yes.
Yeah, you must have ran pretty far.
Yes, she found us at the diner. Now, I've treated your wounds. I've stopped the bleeding as best I can. Rest for now. More help should be on its way. And those are chairs right over there, right?
Yeah, there's chairs, there's stuff. It's big fancy room. Think
Yeah.
of like a hotel. You have the one fireplace with chairs. You have over here with chairs. You have the piano. You have like little benches.
All right.
But he brought over the table to actually let them lay out.
So,
But yeah, no, they didn't deserve it. I can call to it, and the heads of the family, they signed a contract. Just read the book, and you can see like he's hurt. He's there. He's like,
all right.
I try to fight. I didn't think I'd ever use it. But if you really want, here's what's inside some of the journal.
All right. Yeah. So I'll start reading the journal or trying to.
But with your Latin background, you do pull out a couple of words. It's, as you can see, that's a mix of a whole bunch of different languages. Right?
The operation. Okay.
There is French,
That's
there's
French.
English, there's. But that's the handout. That's why I was like, I don't really want to give you French.
La Lumière qui
Uh, there's a couple of pages in French, there's a couple of pages in German, there's a couple of pages in other. And it all starts describing that in the journal that the kids have become shitbags. The kids have started spending the money. This is some like in the Latin what it's I started using this. I don't want the family to know. We can use the words and give me how about give me a library use because it's information and other stuff like that.
8, and that is a critical success. Just.
So as I said, you pretty much get out from the one guy. It's these sayings.
Looks Tenebris. Lux. Oops.
So you get these things. You get
Meme le Diablo. Is Pluto de Lumiere.
Lumiere is the light,
Yeah, Lux.
devil of the light.
Yeah, Lux. I should be able to know since that's Latin.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
pretty
Yeah.
much in German, there's these sayings from something that's way, way back.
Gewede schaffen.
And it says, in one, you chant, and it will come, and it will take care of the people you want it to take care of. In the other, you chant, and it takes everyone in the house. It ends everyone here. It needs more power.
Mm-hmm.
It needs more life. If it gets enough, it can fly away. It can get away. But it uses... Your translation is weird because in the translation it uses you. And the more you it has, the more powerful it becomes. And the way of the Latin word you, or even in the French word you, it's more like you as in yourself. Like you as in a whole. Not just you. It's your everything that is you.
Okay.
And then it keeps you. What makes you you. So you can never leave. But it uses... And I'll give you that with your critical success.
Okay.
So between the different languages, between the different books, some of them is in French, some of it is German, some of it is in Latin, some of it... Like, you can read back, and the journals go back wicked far.
Like,
it goes back centuries. Like, this thing has probably crossed the oceans and has come here.
the book, the journal, you mean?
The journal and the box. They're one and the same. This, you can see the family goes back 30 generations.
Oh, you mean the box that the journal is in, not
The box is in here.
Oh, that box.
The journal is a whole bunch of different entries of the family saying they used the box in this situation. The family were shit bags over here. They didn't know what they were having. We must quell this before the family spreads out too far. Something's wrong with this family. We need to do this. These kids have gotten caught up in something. They might start the next, or what we would consider World War, or like a war that would end the world. That they would think of journals way back, like it would end the country. They're trying to get married with the Montagues, kind of thing.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to give you ideas, and I'm trying, Kevin.
No.
Not you, Kevin. Bill, I'm trying. You get what I'm trying to get at, right?
So
one of the phrases takes everyone.
Yep.
One of the phrases takes just the one and sends it back. But if it ever gets powerful enough, they're afraid of what will happen. So they never just release it. They tell them to do this. And then if you continue saying the phrase, it does that, and then it goes back.
All right.
It doesn't specifically say in the book that you need to be the head of the family. You just need the specific words. And I'm just breaking it down to make it easier, quote unquote, what you see.
I'm going to try either I guess I would try either a cult or Cthulhu Mythos.
Okay.
To see if I can... 18.
Did you actually pass?
I have an 18 in Cthulhu Mythos, so I just
Ooh,
passed.
I need you to make me a sanity check.
59, and I have 54.
Alright, so you lose a D4 of sanity. Because this is only information that you know of, that you've actually gone, but you're reading and you're thinking about the recesses of that book that you read. The thing that kind of embedded yourself, it embedded itself into your brain while you were reading it. Remember that fun book that you try to read?
Yeah.
And he tried to read, but you passed. But you passed the time with it, and
I
you kinda
remember
broke
when we
it.
were little kids, we used to have those rainy day fun and activity coloring books.
yeah. But this book burnt itself
Oh.
in
Oh.
to your mind, and you can see flashes of there's these ancient beings, and their stories of creatures, things that they created to defend a bloodline.
Hmm.
That there are constructs to keep people alive that had done good from these creatures beyond the stars, and then it like kind of like flashes and goes forward, and you see the image of the creatures, and they're the big giant bug things that has huge wings that are impossibly far, and just staring at that you hear the zzz of the wings,
Mm-hmm.
thousands upon thousands of cicadas,
Yeah.
buzzing, and you kind of snap back in the moment. You're like, "Oh, this is bad. this is something. This is not good."
Mm-hmm. So
And you
this family seems to have made
kind of like a deal with the
I
devil.
was going to say sort of a deal with the devil, but not more like the Lord of the Flies,
Mhm.
so to speak.
And this is something that they didn't truly understand what it was.
Adios, amigos.
Mhm.
And
But
you said that they entered some kind of a contract with them, or an
where they
agreement?
helped, or they helped someone way back in the line, probably helped something that they didn't know. And something beyond the stars, some horrible beast beyond knowledge, something that's so old and ancient, gave them a boon to make sure their family didn't die out. Probably saved them from some raiders, stopped them from getting massacred in one thing or another.
Mm-hmm.
Which, once again, if you start going back, the people use this to kill more and more and protect and run. And
So does it?
Where are we, by the way? What
Connecticut, right?
Connecticut?
Yeah.
So, I mean, threats in history in New England, threats could be anything from Native Americans to if you're talking about the Revolution. If they were loyalists, they'd be afraid of the Patriots. If they were Patriots, they'd be afraid of the British and the Hessians. French and Indian War.
And once again, the journal goes back
Yeah.
hundreds of years of different journals, of different notes, and it's translated in different, like, I used it for this, I used it for this,
Mm-hmm.
I used it for protection, I used it to protect the family.
And the family name is McGregor, which I think my character being of British origin, I would recognize McGregor as McGregor is one of the more prominent Highlander family names. You know,
Of people who've been bounced around everywhere.
Like the McGregors had a lot of, like British Army, the Highlander units were almost always McGregors.
Well, once again, ancient name that's gone back very
Right,
far.
right.
And the languages and the writings have been dead. But you wouldn't know that because you're not there.
That's right.
But John might recognize something if you want to make, say, like, history.
We're upstairs talking
Yeah.
to
Because the amount of time of you guys
shouldn't
going
even be
upstairs,
saying
you're
this.
trying to do
Jeffrey.
stuff.
Right.
This is why I say make sure that you're there.
Well, let's see. I only have
But I let you
Five.
talk just so you.
a 5%.
Because it's what
For
his
history.
character knows versus what you know.
Right.
We're just saying in this world, it's an ancient family that's gone back. He could see the journals, and it goes back to different languages, different things.
Right.
And in the ones that he knows, it's I used it to break the chat. To they were trying to marry out to I protected the family to something else. So
No, I only have 5% in history, and I got an 18.
okay, so you're not really you're not bad. You're in the ballpark. You know it's an old family. You can kind of get the ties from it. You just don't know exactly where they came from.
I mean, I'm guessing Ireland, probably, or
Bounced around.
Oh no,
McGregor laddie.
no,
Scottish.
Well,
Scottish.
once
She's
again,
not Scottish, she's crap.
But once again, with your history, you're like that name could have been
We're
adopted.
not bloody
Yeah.
Irish.
It could have been married in.
Get out of my store.
It could have been pulled into this family.
Yeah, they could've
Why is it
married into-
here
Yeah.
versus somewhere else? Why isn't it still across the seas?
Mm-hmm.
Like this book is ancient. It's a big tome, and it
Yeah.
goes from old languages.
Do you remember that
Like-
Mike Myers skit?
But as an educator yourself, you can tell that the first couple of pages are not from this book. It's from a different book that has been sewn in,
Mm-hmm.
and then newer pages. So it's ancient
Mm-hmm.
paper to newer paper to the paper of the time. So it's been added to the book. It is a journal that has been stitched together over years. What has survived?
Nice.
Okay, so back upstairs. Or no,
Yeah.
he left you again. He left you again. I was just trying to give. Some dun dun dun. Meanwhile, back upstairs. You're talking to this person with a haunting melody of piano keys smashing and things and noises and stuff wafting up from downstairs. A low gauge shotgun shot through a hole above your heads, and you can still see some stuff. Looking through a hole into this dark room, the drapes have been drawn and everything has been piled up that he could physically grab to put. If you give me a spot hidden, or just a look, both can. It's not something that you can fail.
That's a 9.
90?
I don't
No. I 84.
You notice that there's a whole bunch of stuff on the floor. A bunch of glass, but you can't really tell where it's from. And if you look harder, you could probably tell, but there's just glass and other stuff like that shattered on the floor. The curtains are drawn. It's real dark in there, and you're just getting flashes of his face, of the scared boy hiding behind this massive bed
All right.
off in the corner.
So are we able to push ourselves in the room yet?
wanted to.
I would give me like
You go
a.
in there.
Huh?
You're just a kid.
You can give me like a fast talk or a persuasion. I know it's not really full. Yeah, you can give me a persuade or a fast talk to get yourself in, but he's still quite freaked out and he doesn't want anything to do with you guys.
I was able 22. I'm able to make persuasion.
All right. So he's like, so you can come in, but you're not keeping me.
I say, Daniel boy, it doesn't matter why you were here or what you intended to do here.
We're
It's-
getting out of here. I'm not here. You
We're not here to take you or bring you in whatsoever. But we are trying to figure out what hurt the doctor and what hurt the people in this place. And it sounds like
that was Johnny. Johnny, he took it too far. I'm giving with the fast talking of this, right? Like, Johnny told us that it'd be a quick score. These guys have more money than anything. I've never seen them have to really work.
but it sounds like what went on here was more than just you boys looking for loot. Sounds like the doc let something out of that box that wasn't meant to be let out.
It was Jenny. Jenny, something got in her eye. She took it personal.
Who's Jenny?
I mean, it was Susan. Susan took it personal. She was there, and she saw the old man. The old man said that you guys, that we don't deserve any of this stuff, that we're not good enough, that we won't understand what it takes. She got angry. She started wailing on the old man.
She started wailing on the old man?
Yeah. Johnny tried to stop her, and he whacked him good. And then she just started hitting him. And then above the fireplace, it just fell. And man, it came out of the box. It's bigger than what it was. And it just kept pulling itself out of the box. It kept pulling itself out of the box. And it took them. It took Johnny and Susan. It almost got me. And then
what was
then the old man went down, and then it just jumped, and it went, and it disappeared. It's gonna come back for me.
What was Susan doing all this time that the thing was out?
The old man told her to run. They weren't supposed to be back. They were supposed to be out for a couple more. They weren't supposed to come back yet. We were gonna fence it all and put a whole bunch of new stuff back. If you rolled high enough, you would have found.
I understand. I get
outside of game, you're hearing this, and you're hearing all the stuff in the bag is probably half priced or not, or fake stuff.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, and they were just going to put back stuff so no one would have noticed that they had taken a whole bunch, and they were going to just put back fakes, and no one would know. You saw shiny plates and other stuff like that, but as a soldier of not high means, you didn't see like it was silver, it wasn't gold, it was this, it wasn't platinum. And he tries to go, yeah, we were going to put it back, and they wouldn't notice. They have so much stuff.
I asked
you see how much stuff is here.
I asked Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Daniel.
Huh? Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. But I'm calling him Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what do you want to do at this point? Do you want to?
I just want to get out of here. But it destroyed the car. It just landed on the car.
Or
I just need to get out of here.
Or you could hang with us and help us. You're free to go. I'm not going to stop you.
Is it out there?
We haven't seen anything yet. We've seen the car destroyed. We've seen the doctor down. We've seen a huge 30-foot hole in the observatory.
Then I'm going to leave. I'm not staying around here. I saw what it did.
Okay.
It took them. It took him.
It took him and it ran away.
If you want to roll another persuade or fast talk or something like that, you can probably figure out what he actually means. Maybe a psychology to like calm him down.
I have a 45 psychology, so I can try.
Yeah. Fuck. Why can't I get through?
Nope.
Try to push it. Can go over there, slap him.
I think I used up all my good rolls tonight. That's my privilege.
Yeah, you're just trying to calm down the little boy so he can understand.
Nope. Well, I can use some luck and I can make it a pass. Because I'm close. 4 points.
And then, John, roll me an education.
42.
42.
So, yes, I know you pass on that.
42.
Is that a hard or no?
Almost. It would have been a
Answer.
40.
You want to spend your 2?
Yeah.
Or spend your 2 luck?
Okay.
Are you down to 48?
Yep.
So, on your 48, on your luck and everything,
Yep.
you realize in all of these situations to get the thing back in the box,
Mm-hmm.
you need to say the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need to chant, and you need to sacrifice someone to get it back near the box so it goes away. I didn't know it could run without the thing.
It's not supposed to be able to.
So
Maybe it doesn't.
maybe it doesn't really need the bucket. You're confused too.
Not supposed to work without it in there. It's got the little thing.
Mhm.
It's supposed to shut off the switch and pull that out.
So you realize that you could say one of these words. As long as you say the right one, it either kills everyone else but him,
Mm-hmm.
or kills someone,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can guide it back in. But they need to be near the box. You guys, you finally calm. You could try making a psychology or a persuasion to calm him down a little bit more, and he can give you a little bit more. Because right now he's at least giving you some
I used a
information.
little luck. And I passed myself.
Oh yeah, no, you did. Yes. Kevin straightened himself up and did the man up. Tell me what you know. Or went over there and slapped him. Went, calm down. Slap, calm down. Either way, the kid takes a breath and goes, just so you know, it emptied where they put the other 2. It had containers on the outside. And the bodies on the inside were burnt. So severely burnt. All the way up to the neck. And the heads went inside. It opened up. And it grabbed them. And it brought them in. They were all so confused. They were so scared. It was so fast. It grabbed them, pulled them in, and they started glowing. And the thing, it stood up taller. It fixed itself. And that's when the old man passed out. And it looked like it looked around. That's when it jumped away. Don't let it get you. Don't let it grab you. If it gets you, you're done.
So it burns the victim's whole body except for a head.
I guess. But it just it kind of looked like, you know, when you have a toy and you change the batteries.
Mhm.
It just popped them in, and it was working better. It turned, and it reached out for me. I ran, and then it just went away.
Well, what do you want to do, Daniel? Do you want to?
I'm out. I'm gone.
Okay.
Leaving.
Okay.
Going right out those 2 doors, and I'm gone. You? Good luck.
Okay.
Holman's nuts. As he moves the dresser a little bit, and where you guys push in, he moves the dresser. And he's like, "You sure it's not out there?" And then he just
Okay.
leaves.
Okay.
You just see him just walk straight right through these 2 doors, and you just hear him walk away. And this is the old man's bedroom. There's a
I
big
feel
bed,
like
there's a
we
dresser,
can't-
and everything else there.
I feel like we can't do much of anything until we get more answers from Susan and her father, grandfather. So head back downstairs.
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look in the room while we're in here.
Yeah,
All this little
All
stuff
right.
he smashed.
We'll
Guess this is where they were.
we'll check out the room.
You know what to do. Spot hidden.
Nope.
Like I said, I think I used up all my good rolls.
If you're close, you can always use luck, or you can push it,
No, I'm
breaking
way off.
everything and trying to look inside of stuff.
I needed a 37. I rolled a 36.
Okay. So, you go around, you start seeing stuff. Like, there's fancy wardrobes, and there's behind the bed, you find like a little lever, and you pull the lever, and the painting flips around,
Okay.
and there's whips and handcuffs and leather corset that's up behind the bed, behind another
Are you
panel.
serious?
Yeah. Behind another thing, you see that there's another wall that's wrong, but you can't tell why it's wrong.
Can we tell whose bedroom this was?
The master bedroom,
So it was his bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
presumably.
Okay. And you say, in addition to the painting and the MS stuff behind, there's also a what?
Just looking at the measurements of the room, there's one wall that's too close. Like it kind of goes like, it looks like there's another room, like a bathroom,
Mhm.
but the wall's too thick. It shouldn't be that thick. There's some
If there's a
distance of wall that is.
if there's like a secret panel or a hidden room, would you have a greater success than me?
Probably.
Because you spotted it. You didn't.
I mean, you could point it out to me because I didn't see it because my spot hidden was horrible.
I point out that if you look at the bathroom and then you look at the wall next to the bathroom, it looks like the wall is too far into the bedroom, more so than it should be. You thinking maybe there's like a false wall and that it's hiding a secret space behind?
Use my locksmith and something. Nope, I failed. I'm not passing anything.
I'll
Used them all up.
I'll see. I'll start feeling the wall and see with my hands if I can
Oh, thank you.
feel.
Is it leather wall?
I didn't say feel up the wall. No.
Okay, so you
Just the
notice
wall.
that there's something wrong. That you
Can't
notice
figure it out.
there's something up with the wall, but it could just be an old house.
Can we take some time to apply ourselves?
I don't think it works that way.
And no.
You can take some time and try to like touch every single thing, but then it would be a luck roll. And depending on if it's a success, critical success, or if it's a hard, depending on what level of success, it depends on how much time you have passed. So you could do it, but how long are you willing to leave John?
Okay. Well, we'll leave it for now.
Because right now it could just be, old houses, weird walls, whatever. It could just be because there's like an air gap in there. They built it wrong. Those walls could have been rebuilt. The S&M stuff could have just been really it. It's really not hidden that hard, but it could also be just like a decoy.
It is 9:55.
Mm.
And there is.
Go back downstairs.
Okay.
I think we should leave it at that.
Okay.
It's
So
a
what do you
good place to leave off. I think, like I was saying to Bill, I think that we need to try to get more information out of Susan and her grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to get quite a bit of good description out of Daniel, but as far as what this thing is, where it's from, and how do we stop it, we gotta see if we can, or even how to find it. We gotta send it back where it came from for good. We gotta get more out of Susan and her grandfather.
All right. I remember the grandfather's not well. He's
Yeah.
going in and out of conscious.
But I'm hoping.
If you had a head injury and you were bleeding and you went unconscious, do you just
But he'll get
snap
better.
awake?
Maybe he'll get better.
Does anyone just ever snap back awake and completely fine after that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Being in the hospital recently. Yeah. No, you just wake up fine.
Hey, you're here playing a game with us, aren't
Weeks
you?
later. Not half an hour. Not even half an hour later. Well, we will see if the monster finds them, or if they find the monster first.
Is everybody available on Tuesday next week?
As far as I know.